I read your app every day.
Peace. Bread, not bombs.
We're desperate. We are desperate for no war.
What do you think?
What do I think? I think that this is a collision of a monstrous collision of a war power that will take out Iran, that will take out so much of our society. And in the end, I think Bibi found his stooge, and the stooge's name is Trump. Bibi is happy as a clam.
Can I get your name?
I used to be very open about my name,
Okay.
and lately I'm not as open, which is probably silly because my face is everywhere.
It's okay.
But yeah,
But your response is actually, a news item on this.
it's horrible. Yeah, we just want peace. Could you add that to it just so people know?
So you just want what?
We just want peace. We want a cessation of hostilities. We want Gaza to be, the hostilities in Gaza to end. We want America to stand down and to have our money go to our people here in the United States who need it. Thank you.
Who are you with?
Reuters?
Who?
Reuters.
I'm sorry, didn't see it. Good, okay. That Fox News company. No.
Oh, I thought you were.
I can't talk to you.
Someone's got to talk to you.
I won't talk to you.
Oh, I wouldn't talk to someone.
We're in front of the nice paper flagpole. Make sure you get the paper flagpole. It's paper.
Well, it was erected.
Oh no, don't say that.
It is very erect.
It was put up. Yeah. That's about the only thing
on it.
anything in the White House that is erect. So
I know this is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm worried about AI remanufacturing what I say, separate from Reuters. Do you mind not using it?
Well, okay.
Just that Trump is a stooge part can be really misinterpreted.
Okay.
And it's, thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
It's the
Thank you.
way we live now.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
cool, okay?
So tell me, what are y'all doing here today? Why Sunday?
We are outraged with the Trump attacks on Iran. It's unprovoked. Iran poses no threat to us. It's unconstitutional. He never went to Congress. It's against international law. And it's unnecessary because they were in negotiations. The negotiations would have worked. Of course, they did work when Obama signed the agreement and Trump pulled us out of it. But there is no reason to have this war. And plus, we're just terrified that this could become World War III. This could become a nuclear war. And so we're out here on a very, very hot Sunday.
Free Palestine!
We got it. Can you say
Free Palestine!
Spell your name.
Medea Benjamin,
Gaza!
M-E-D-A-B-E-N-J-A-M-I-N.
Free Gaza!
I know you, but here's the referendum.
Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Money for jobs and education! Not for wars and deportations! Money for jobs and education! Not for wars and occupation! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! 1, 2, 3, 4! Feed the people, not the war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Feed the people, not the war! 1, 2, 3, 4! We don't want your racist wars! 1, 2, 3, 4! We don't want your racist wars! 5, 6, 7, 8! Iran is a sovereign state! 5, 6, 7, 8! Iran is a sovereign state! Not a penny, not a dollar! No more money for Israel slaughter! Not a penny, not a dollar! No more money for U.S. slaughter! When Iran is under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Iran is under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Syria is under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Lebanon is under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! No more U.S. attacks! Iran, we got your back! No more U.S. attacks! Iran, we got your back! No more U.S. attacks!
No more U.S. attacks!
Iran, we got your back!
Iran, we got your back!
No more U.S. attacks! Iran, we got your back! Hands off Iran!
Just a few days ago, we celebrated Juneteenth. A day where we salute the gallant struggle of enslaved Africans who rose up and struck off the chains of bondage. And as a self-determined people, black folks set about to carry through a radical reconstruction of this country. But the promise of reconstruction was betrayed and drowned in blood by the same capitalist ruling class that's trying to push us into the oblivion of global war today. So then our task becomes clear. We have to complete the unfinished work of reconstruction. We have to fight for a world where there are no wars of aggression in the Middle East or anywhere. We need to build a system that is centered on people's needs and that is led by the people who make society function. If what we want is a lasting peace on this earth, then we must have a socialist reconstruction of the United States of America. Use your voice, take a stand. No war on Iran. Use your voice, take a stand. No war on Iran. Use your voice, take a stand. No war on Iran. Use your voice, take a stand. No war on Iran. My friends, I'm Sean Blackman from the PSL. Peace if you're willing to fight for it, and let your motto be resistance. Thank you. Use your voice, take a stand. No war on Iran. Use your voice, take a stand. No war on Iran. Use your voice, take a stand. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. No war on Iran. 1, 2, 3, 4. You feed the people, not the war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feed the people, not the war. Feed the people, not the war. Feed the people, not the war. Woo! Please welcome up now from the Palestinian Youth Movement. From the belly of the beast. Hands of the Middle East. From the belly of the beast. Hands of the Middle East. Hands of Iran now. Hands of Gaza now. Hands of Lebanon now. Hands of Yemen now. Hands of Syria now. Hands of Iraq now. Hands of Gaza now. Hands of Gaza now. Number one terrorist. U.S. imperialist. U.S. imperialist. Number one terrorist. Say it loud and say it clear. Liberation is near. Say it clear and say it loud. Ghazali make us proud. Ghazali make us proud. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Gaza will free us all. Zionism will fall. Gaza will free us all. Zionism will fall. Zionism will fall. Comrades. My comrade Sean said a lot. Hard to go after that. I'm now with the Palestinian Youth Movement, and we have been out here for 2 years protesting a genocide. And what the Trump administration did last night was a massive escalation, but a continuation of the war on the free people of the Middle East, and a continuation of the project of genocide. Make no mistake, the United States and Israel have been working in lockstep for
decades to produce their so-called new Middle East. What does this new Middle East look like? This new Middle East is not a Middle East for sovereignty for the people of the Middle East. It's not a Middle East where people can live in peace and liberation. The Middle East, the U.S. administration and Israel want is a Middle East created through genocide. It's a Middle East created through endless wars. It's a Middle East created through propping up Arab dictatorships that are doing the bidding of the ruling class here in America. But the free people of the Middle East have been fighting this project of creating this new Middle East for decades, and we will not stop until all the people from Gaza to Lebanon to Yemen to Syria to Iraq to Iran have real sovereignty, have real peace, have just peace and liberation. For the last 20 months, the genocide that has been carried out with our tax dollars on the people of Gaza has been one that the people here have opposed. We have shown up consistently every single day protesting the genocide, and today we are here protesting the escalation and the attack on Iran because we know that this is an attack on the forces that have been resisting genocide for the last 2 years. Israel and the United States are responsible for the greatest slaughter we have seen in our lifetime. We have seen our people in Gaza starving and being slaughtered while waiting in line for a so-called humanitarian aid that is in fact administered by U.S. mercenaries that shoot and kill starving Palestinians as they wait for aid. Shame! This is the project that we are fighting against. We demand an arms embargo on Israel right now because Israel has been and always was created for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to carry out the bidding of the imperialist agenda, to carry out a genocidal project against the Arab people. And we, the people here in this country, have a responsibility to resist it because it is this country that is funding and arming and carrying out this genocide, and it is this country and our tax dollars that are going to carry out this genocide instead of funding people's needs here. So we are calling on a lifting of the siege on Gaza right now. We are calling for an arms embargo on Israel right now. And we are calling for the end of the aggression on Iran right now. And we will not stop. We will not be silent. We will not stop being in the streets until Palestine is free from the river to the sea, and all people of the Arab world and in a region are living in sovereignty and real, just, true peace. From the belly of the beast. From the belly of the beast. We want justice, we want peace. 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 Justice is our
had before. We know and we see the Trump administration for what they are, which is war criminals. They claim to want peace, but they only breed war, destruction, suffering, and violence. That is the face of U.S. imperialism, not to create but to destroy and maintain its power over sovereign people and lands across this world. The people of New York City will not stand for it, and people across this country are going to continue mobilizing and showing up in the streets to say hands off of Iran, hands off of Gaza, to free all of our people. Get the belly of the beast! Hands off the Middle East! From the belly of the beast! We want justice, we want peace! We want justice, we want peace! Hands off the Middle East! Our next speaker, Iranian American Mohammed. No war on Iran! No war on Iran! No war on Iran! From the belly of the beast! Hands of the Middle East! From the belly of the beast! Hands of the Middle East! Do we want this war? Do Americans want this war? Do Iranians want this war? Do other Middle Easterns want this war? I'm gonna start this with a personal story. Last week we were here speaking on how we need the Israel's bomb dropping on Iranian people, and how America should not get involved. And it was when my mom, a 77-year-old woman living by herself in Shiraz in Iran, I had no contact with her for days because there was no internet, no cell phone connection. I was like, didn't know if she's alive or not. And as soon as I got a hold of her, she told me that they dropped a bomb 3 blocks from our apartment in an absolutely residential area. So this 77-year-old woman should be at her retirement time, relaxing, she was taping her windows. She was getting ready to make a small bunker in our yard. Things that should not be happening in the civilian people. Do not let any of the media fool you. There is none of this bullshit like precision attacks or like military striking or any of that. They are killing civilians in Iran. In a week, they have killed 750 non-civilians that have been counted on. Who knows how many more have they killed? War on Iran! I'm going to do a song for you by the artist Jim Page. It's called Palestine. We understand that the war on Iran is connected to the war on Palestine. These struggles to stop U.S. imperialism, to end Zionism are connected. I wish I had an input from my guitar, but come on close and you might hear the guitar, and we'll also have a little bit of a sing-along part too. I'll tell you a story. I'll be quick as I can. The terrible news from the Holy Land. The pictures of children etched in my brain, covered in rubble and wails of pain.
Jews and Arabs lived one and the same for 1,000 years till the Zionists came. They came like a river, came like a flood. Al-Nakba was written on the wall in blood in Palestine. In Palestine, that's your part, in Palestine. In Palestine. In Palestine. There's talk about the settlers from far away. Talk about the money from the USA. The blast of bombs, thousands dead. Killer drone hovering overhead. What do you do when they destroy your home and say your land is not your own? Do you dare to resist? Do you stand up with a gun in your fist? In Palestine, in Palestine. Sing that with me, in Palestine, real loud. In Palestine. In Palestine. They talk about peace like it's a moral obligation. Can't be peace under occupation. They talk about talks, talks, talks to the beat of the drum. 70 years now, no justice done. Let's talk about who we endorse. Smug politicians who ride an iron horse. No wonder why it seems to be such an undemocratic version of democracy. In Palestine, in Palestine, in Palestine. One more time, let me hear you. In Palestine. Let me tell you a story. I'll be quick as I can. This terrible news from the Holy Land. Thank you, everybody. The song was written by my friend Jim Page from Seattle. My name is Ben Grosscup. I'm from Western Massachusetts. Thank you to the Answer Coalition. Thank you all for being out here to say, no war with Iran! 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 Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Let's make some noise again for Ben. Free Palestine! Free
education. Not for drugs and occupation. Money for jobs and education. Not for wars and occupation. Money for jobs and education. Not for wars and occupation. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your endless war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is a terrorist state. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Iran is a sovereign state. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want your pointless war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Gaza, we will liberate. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want those racist wars. 5, 6, 7, 8. Iran is a sovereign state. Free, free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Gaza. Free Gaza. Free Gaza. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Gaza will live forever. Gaza will live forever. Gaza will live forever. DC, make some noise. Hey, make sure y'all drinking water out there, man. I can see it. We gotta take care of each other out here. Make sure your homies are drinking. Make sure they're staying hydrated, okay? All right, next up, we've got representing the Kuche Collective right here in Washington, D.C. I want you to give it up for my friend, Mina. Come on up.
Hi, everyone. Salam. I'm speaking on behalf of Kuche Collective, an independent group of artists and activists. We are simply Iranians who care about our loved ones. From shop owners to artists, poets, athletes, scholars, doctors, the elderly, and children in our homeland. Iranians are politically, ethnically, culturally, and religiously diverse people. We are stronger because of that diversity. We may disagree on many things, especially outside Iran, but we agree with this. We oppose war. We have seen it time and again in the region and in the world. Those people cannot be bombed into liberation. Those who want to exploit our differences for an imperialist war, they are against the Iranian people. Stop weaponizing the legitimate human rights demands of Iranians inside the country for your imperialist wars. The Iranian people are able to bring about the change they want. Up until last week, Iranians had been continuing the strides made in the ongoing Jina revolution. War has interrupted that progress. Shame! This after decades of harsh sanctions and economic warfare. Sanctions have only emboldened the regime and harmed and killed ordinary people. It's clear they do not want our liberation. They want our domination. Shame. In fact, war is a money-making endeavor for them, making bloody business out of bombing our homes and invading our lives. Shame. We stand with Palestinians and all the people of the world to say, end Israel's wars of aggression. End the genocide. And end U.S. complicity in both.
Sanction no-fly zone.
Why is there no fly zone? Because Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait.
And because he was killing his own people. He was killing his own people. That's why we were there. Because of the UN. The United Nations sanctioned no-fly zone. That's why we were there.
We have veterans.
What? We have veterans.
I'm not trying to change your opinion. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to tell you, have some understanding of how other people.
I do, but when I see stuff like this, that's back. That's
Mine
back.
doesn't affect you because you're white. You think how do you think everybody else?
You know what?
No, that's it.
You know what? That is bullshit.
Everybody has their own story.
That's
We
a
all want to be
bullshit
equal.
fucking.
I'm
You don't know
here
where I
just to
came
make
from.
sure there is no.
You don't know my background.
That's
And
it.
look at
We
just
want
all my
everybody
statistics
safe.
that I have privilege because of that.
You're trying to tell other people it's okay for us to invade their country when we
Do you
have
know
no
how
reason to
many
be over
people
there?
are Asian, African, Black, Indonesian? Everybody serves.
You know what? You know what? When I went in the Air Force, when I went in the military, race relations in this country were not what they are now. The media and socialist organizations like you guys, the signs that you guys carry, are meaning to divide us. You know how well I got along with everybody in my plane, everybody I work with? Things have gotten backwards in the last 25 years. No, I didn't come here to do that. I came here, this is my reaction to what I see and what I hear here. Yeah. So, you know what? Go do some research on the hostages that were held in 79. Look at the Marines that were bombed. There's 240 that were. But look at both sides.
You're not going to be validated by anything.
I'm not going to go away. I'm not going to turn my back on you guys. I'm not going to do anything more. You guys turn your back and walk away from me. I'm not going to turn my back on you.
Okay. Hey, rally's this way. We're not here to confront. I was literally just back to the point. You guys have a good vacation. Beautiful.
May peace be with you.
That's all we want.
And hope that we don't cross lines and hope.
We want everybody to get
and we hope that all of this. We're being men. We're being. A lot of us being put on you. So. Hey, rally's this way. Don't worry about that.
Organization of Palestinian and Arab youth and our allies fighting to liberate Palestine from Zionist colonization and occupation. After greenlighting the Zionist entity's unprovoked attacks against Iran, the United States has directly attacked Iran, bombing 3 of its nuclear sites. Shame. The U.S. has lied, as they did in Iraq, claiming that Iran was aiming to produce a nuclear weapon, but this could not be further from the truth. Iran is a signatory to the Non-Proliferation Treaty and has allowed international observers to examine and monitor their uranium enrichment, over and over again we have received confirmation that no weapons-grade uranium was being produced. Meanwhile, the Zionist entity has refused to sign the Non-Proliferation Treaty and illegally possesses multiple nuclear weapons it develops in secret. The same Zionist entity that is committing a genocide against the people of Gaza and has occupied Palestine for the past 77 years. Make no mistake, the U.S. and Israel do not truly believe that Iran was attempting to obtain a nuclear weapon. No. They started this war of aggression to subjugate Iran because it has been able to develop and remain self-reliant despite insidious sweeping U.S. sanctions. Unlike the traitorous Arab regimes who actively benefit from selling out their people to the imperialists, Iran has refused to accept the Zionist occupation of Palestine. It is Iran's refusal to bend to imperialist desires, not its peaceful nuclear program, that makes it a major target of U.S. and Zionist aggression. The real danger to the region is not the imaginary nuclear weapons of Iran, but rather the repeated and rampant aggression by the Zionists, who have always sought to keep the people of the Middle East reliant on the United States and thus unable to have any sovereignty over their resources. The imperialists seek to form Iran into another proxy regime in the region, a weak subservient state that only serves the interests of its imperialist overlords and oppresses its people. The objectives of their campaign were unsuccessful. They said they destroyed the nuclear sites, but all they were able to accomplish was some reparable damage. They used negotiations as a trap and now look untrustworthy and war-hungry. They made boastful claims about regime change, but the people of Iran united against foreign intervention and peace by bombs and imperialist control. And so it is our duty as people of consciousness to oppose the wars of aggression the ruling class tries to force on us. The people of the region are waking up to their power and rising up against empire. We must echo their voice here in its heart. Just as the Arabs in North Africa took off to Gaza to break Israel's siege, we must continue to show up at the doors of our government and make our demands clear. Just as the people of Iran took to the streets to oppose the war and foreign interference, we must continue to push our governments to stop sending weapons to Israel and to use our tax dollars to fund the needs of the people here. Over the past 2 years, we've been able to drive cracks into what people thought was an impenetrable iron wall. We should take pride in our successes, but our work is not over. Now more than ever, it is important to get and to stay organized. We've heard from several organizations building power here today. Find out how you can get involved, because the wider our base and the more organized we are, the more effectively we can push for our demands. The more costly it becomes for the governments we elect to represent. The more costly it becomes for the governments we elect to represent us to act against our will. So no more U.S. attacks! No more U.S. attacks! Iran, we've got your back! Iran, we've got your back! No more U.S. attacks! No more U.S. attacks! Iran, we've got your back! Iran, we've got your back! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! We reject your racist war!
We reject your racist war!
5, 6, 7, 8!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Iran is a sovereign state!
Iran is a sovereign state!
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4!
We reject your racist war!
We reject your racist war!
5, 6, 7, 8!
5, 6, 7, 8!
Iran is a sovereign state!
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 No more U.S. attacks!
No more U.S. attacks!
Iran, we've got your back!
Iran, we got your back!
No more U.S. attacks!
No more U.S. attacks!
Iran, we've got your back!
Iran, we got your back!
1, 2,
won your racist war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Iran is a sovereign state.
Iran is a sovereign state.
Everyone, I want you to put your hands together and make some noise. My friend Nick from the PSL.
My name is actually Mohsen. I am from the DC branch of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I'm an Iranian American that was born in St. Louis and grew up in the area. How many of you here have been to a rally this week? Raise your hands. All right. And how many of you are new? Raise your hands. All right. A few years ago, when I was talking to my dad about politics, and especially Iran, I remember I looked at him and I said, they hate us. I need you to understand that. And it's not just the US government, it's the people too. And today, I think that belief has been proven wrong. 80% of the people in this country are against a war with Iran. We are the vast majority, and we need to exercise our power to tell our ruling class that we will not tolerate another war that only stands to benefit weapons manufacturers, oil interests, and the billionaire class. This is a day that I hoped would never come, but I have also anticipated from my childhood. Shame! And I don't know about you, but I have been using my voice until it is raw and failing me. And I will continue to rally and to march until my legs give out beneath me. In the speeches I have been giving, I have been stressing that we need our militant clarity. And for the Americans in the audience, that means we need to know that if we fail to demand and effectuate the end of direct American strikes on Iran, we are liable to get dragged into another endless war. Do you want to continue to spend trillions of dollars on wars that only benefit the 1% and send your sons and your daughters to die in foreign lands? Why is this a better use of our tax dollars than funding our schools, than housing our homeless, than providing health care to all of our citizens that will not leave them destitute? We are on the precipice of major escalations. Iran is not like other wars that were fought before. They have a highly advanced missile program that can easily and devastatingly strike American assets in the region. They have the ability to close the Strait of Hormuz, where 20% of the world's oil transits. We have already seen record increases in grocery prices in the last 5 years. They increased more than in the 40 years prior. Shame! How many families will be plunged into poverty if the price of gas doubles, if it triples? What will happen if they not only close the Straits of Hormuz, but the Yemenis blockade the Red Sea to all shipping, or the oil infrastructure of the Gulf monarchies is bombed? This situation has the potential to spiral out of control in ways that we cannot predict and do not want to happen. Not to mention that if we, the people, cannot stop this war now, when it is so deeply unpopular, how can we stop a future war with a country like China? For the Iranians and Iranian Americans in this audience, we need additional clarity in another way. We have lessons that we can learn from our Palestinian comrades in Gaza. Factions with vastly different political ideologies have united around resistance to Zionism. We, in this moment, need to unite against U.S. imperialism that bombs our families. Shame! That forces them underground and out of their homes to survive. Shame! That destroys a country that we love and we come from. Even in this crowd, we likely have people who support the Iranian government. We probably have monarchists, liberals, and obviously I am a socialist. American aggression against Iran only closes political space in the country. The sanctions only serve to starve our children, deprive our sick of life-saving medications, and impede Iran's development. Their bombs only spread death, not liberation. Shutting down the banks does not liberate our women. It only prevents them from buying what they need to survive. Bombing the infrastructure only hurts working class Iranians. It does not save us. Iranians are more than capable of determining their destiny and creating the system that they desire. To enable Iranians to exercise that self-determination, it is our job to oppose American intervention, to oppose Zionism. To oppose the global imperialist system that commits genocide in Gaza, that starves Cuba and Venezuela, that fractures societies in Iraq, in Libya, in Syria, and is now bombing Iran and trying to balkanize the country. We must remain united in this opposition and not fall prey to infighting. Just as Iranians must not allow their society to fracture so they can fight for a better future. G.I. Joe, go back home. The Middle East is ours alone. G.I. Joe, go back home. The Middle East is ours alone. G.I. Joe, go back home. G.I. Joe, go back home. The Middle East is ours alone. The Middle East is ours alone. Not another nickel, not another dime. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crimes. No more money for Israel's crimes. Not another nickel, not another dime. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crimes. No more money for Israel's crimes. Not another nickel, not another dime. Not another nickel, not another dime. No more money for Israel's crimes. No more money for Israel's crimes. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. There is only one solution. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. Intifada revolution. There is only one solution. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. Intifada revolution. There is only one solution. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. Intifada revolution. There is only one solution. There is only one solution. Intifada revolution. Intifada revolution. All right, on this next one, we're going to get louder progressively. Iran's a lion, you're a mouse. We will drive imperialists out. Iran's a lion, you're a mouse. We will drive imperialists out. Iran's a lion, you're a mouse. We will drive imperialists out. Iran's a lion, you're a mouse. We will drive imperialists out. Iran's a lion, you're a mouse. We will drive imperialists out. Iran's a lion, you're a mouse. We will drive imperialists out. Iran's a lion, you're a mouse. We will drive imperialists out. Thank you for the PSO for ending
your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Iran is a sovereign state. 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 DC, I want you to join me in welcoming up to the stage our community member, Mohammed.
Hi everyone. I'm not a chanting guy like these great guys who did it, but I give you a bit of history and hopefully some information because you guys are pretty much there. We don't need to convince you that this is not right and has to change. But we need to be armed with more information. So I'll give you a couple of pieces of information. The state, the entity we call Zionist entity, has $200 billion in world banks that they can do commerce with every day. They were one of the most advanced countries, entities in the region. Yet, we're expected to subsidize their free healthcare, their free education, and of course, they take the houses of whoever lives there, so they get free housing. Now this just gives you a sense of where we are in this world. Those who own the banking system, those who own the money supply, the Western countries, these are the ones that are dictating what has to happen. Iran has $100 billion frozen in global banking system. They can't do anything with it. And it's under the most severe sanctions. And under these conditions, Iran is supposed to pay us with blood and sweat while we pay the Zionist Nazi entity money so they can get all these benefits that none of us can enjoy. So let's put it in perspective. We are not a milking cow for these pariah entities or states like Egypt. I hate to say this, but that country is blatantly playing on behalf of the Zionist state and the money class in this country. So, as we talk to friends, and I just was talking to our water guys here, and it's educational. Talking to people is educational. I learned that these guys are here suffering under the heat just to make a living and go feed their children. And then we are here and they are struggling, right? How is it that now I can't make money? Now we can see we are actually all in it together. These guys are suffering because of the same group that's destroying the Middle East, that destroys the rest of the world. So, a little bit of talking with our friends, a little bit of sympathizing, empathizing, I think we can see we're all in it. And then I talked to that's not much of a talk, to a veteran of sorts. And of course, this guy is angry because he was almost hurt in the water. And then he asked me, where the heck were you? I was in Saudi Arabia. I said, what the hell were you doing in Saudi Arabia? Miles and miles when you blame Iran and everybody else because you got hurt when you were stationed in a foreign country thousands of miles away? That does not make sense. These are not our wars. These are their wars. And they want us to do the fighting. So it's time to just, and let me finish with just bring the perspective of where we are today. I've been around long enough to know there's a down and there's an up. There was a down for decades, and we felt it. Now we are on the up. Things are changing. People are waking up. Globally, there's hundreds and thousands of people who are coming up and demonstrating for Palestine. I don't think you can, young people especially, and you guys are mostly very young, you may not remember when we, decades ago, were talking about, well, Palestine must exist, and they just took more, and they expanded settlements, and they kept killing. Now it's changing. The world knows that entity, the Zionist entity that the guy behind me is so viciously defending, is against us all. So what can we do? With patience, perseverance, organizing, we can change it now. And this is a historic moment for us to make the change. Don't look at just the numbers. Look at the passion. Look at the people who behind me who say, well, I can't trust these guys. They voted for this guy or that guy. These two parties basically screwed me over and over again. Now everybody knows. So when you think about the system today, you got to ask yourself, am I going to have my kids grow up in a place where profit is king, dollar is the master, and my son has to work or daughter has to work his butt off just to make a living and suffer from anxiety, from schizophrenia, from 1,000 other problems that they don't deserve? So, free Palestine, hands off Middle East, hands off the goddamn world.
Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Hands off Iran! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! Free Gaza! DC, make some noise. I want you to put your hands together for my good friend Rob Chang from Veterans About Face. Where's Rob?
Hey everyone, my name is Rob. I'm a former U.S. Army paratrooper and a member of Veterans of About Face, Veterans Against the War. Now we heard a lot of stories and a lot of sharp analysis about why this war is a disaster, why we need to stop it. But right now, if I had a chance, I want to talk to anyone who might still be in the service, maybe anyone who is a veteran who wants to speak out and hasn't had a chance to say anything. You gotta get organized too! Veterans About Face is working diligently to talk to people on military bases right now to reignite the anti-imperialist, anti-war movement among the ranks. They cannot wage these never-ending wars if no one shows up to morning formation. I know you may have joined for myriad reasons. Maybe you couldn't afford to go to school. Maybe you needed a job. Hell, maybe you even were patriotic at one point. Maybe you thought it was the right thing to do. I know I was in the same boat as you before. But now's the time. There's so much going on. Do you want to go to Iran? Do you want to deploy to the streets of LA? Do you want to patrol the southern border with Mexico? Every outcome That will happen to you. Staying in the military is a bad outcome. Which of these wars, which of these deployments actually helps the working class in this country? Your commanders will lie to you. They will scare you into not speaking out. They're gonna make you feel like, oh, there's this rule, there's that rule, there's this like regulation, number, letter, dash, whatever, that says that you can't speak out. That's bullshit! If this resonates with you, you have to connect with groups like About Face Veterans Against the War. We have a comrade from Veterans for Peace. Any one of these people can help you learn your rights and know your rights and know what your responsibility is to be organizing the people in your platoon. We know that from talking to people at different bases that popular sentiment among lower enlisted is against what's happening in Gaza. It's against a new war on Iran. It's against sending troops to police the streets of LA. If this resonates with you, I could give it to you later, but I need you to look up the GI Rights Hotline. I say again, it's called the GI Rights Hotline. We have lawyers and legal professionals who will counsel you on how you can resist and how you can speak your mind, even while in uniform. The phone number is 877-447-4487. I could give this to you later, but it's important. It's really important right in this second that if you get orders to go to Iran, if you get orders to go boots on the ground in Gaza, if you get orders to deploy to LA, we have to learn from the people who came before us, who resisted the Vietnam War, and they said, hell no, we won't go! 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 Hell no! Thank you.
One, two, three, four. We don't want your racist war. 5, 6, 7, 8. Iran is a sovereign state. Iran is a sovereign state. Iran is a sovereign state. Money for jobs and education. Not more pointless U.S. invasion. Money for jobs and education. Not for wars and occupation. Hands off Iran. Hands off Iran. Hands off Iran. Hands off Iran. One more time, louder so those chokers in that building can hear you. Hands off Iran. Hands off Iran. Hands off Iran. Hands off Iran. Make some noise. I want to remind you all why we're out here today. And I want to remind you all why we're making our voices heard. And we're making sure that we're nice and loud so that everyone can hear us, especially those jokers occupying that building right there currently.